Welcome back to Project Management Insights. Today we're diving into a very practical aspect of project management: optimizing resource allocation. It's a common challenge as we rarely have unlimited resources. Instead, the art lies in making the most of what you've got. Let's walk through a real-world example to illustrate this. Imagine a project with 8 distinct activities. For this example, these activities are all linked together with finish-to-start dependencies. To simplify our resource planning, let's assume each activity requires just one person to complete it, and that all of our available resources are cross-skilled, meaning they can perform any of these tasks. After mapping out our project, we've identified the critical path as activities A, D, E, G, and H. As you know, this is the crucial sequence of tasks that dictates the project's overall duration. If our primary objective is to get the work started as quickly as possible, our initial resource allocation might look something like this. Resource number 1 would be immediately assigned to all the activities lying on our critical path. Activity A, then D, then E, G, and finally H. Following that, resource number 2 could then be allocated to work on the other non-critical path activities, such as B, N, and C. However, to complete task F as soon as possible, and to maintain this accelerated schedule, we would actually require a third resource. This approach, while pushing for speed, would result in a resource histogram that shows a peak demand for 3 resources at certain points in the project. Now, this brings us to an important question. Does getting the work started as fast as possible always equate to the most efficient way of delivering this set of activities? While certainly speeding things up, bringing in a third person for potentially just a few days may actually be inefficient. Think about the overhead involved. You'd likely need to spend time inducting them onto the site, conducting a health and safety briefing, and potentially getting them up to speed on specific project nuances. This non-productive time or overhead associated with onboarding a temporary resource could actually outweigh the benefit of their short-term contribution. So let's consider an alternative. What if we were constrained to managing this project with just 2 resources? This scenario forces us to think more strategically about resource leveling and task prioritization. It assumes, of course, that both of these resources possess the necessary skills to perform all the activities shown in our project plan. Optimizing resource allocation often involves a careful balancing act between project duration, cost, and the actual availability of your resources. It's about finding the most efficient and sustainable way to deliver the project, even if it means adjusting the start times of some non-critical path activities. That's all for today's episode. Be sure to subscribe for more insights into the world of project management. Until next time, keep your projects governed and on track.